We're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Terrace Redevelopment Steering Committee. It's Tuesday, October the 10th, 2023, 8 a.m. I will call this meeting to order. First up is the approval of the agenda.
Be it resolved that the agenda for the October 10th, 2023 meeting of the Terrace Redevelopment Steering Committee be approved as presented.
Moved by Councillor Noble, seconded by Councillor Corbett. All in favor? That's carried. Section 3, adoption of the minutes.
Be it resolved that the minutes of the meeting held on August 1st, 2023 be adopted.
Mover and seconder, please. Councillor Noble. Councillor Widner will second. All in favor? That's carried. I would remind committee members of any disclosure of pecuniary interest, the general nature thereof. None noted. We have no delegations this morning, which brings us to section 6, reports and briefings. 6.1, Director of Financial Services Treasurer, the Terrace Lodge Redevelopment Construction Cost Update. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Mr. Warden, through you to the committee. This report is presented to provide the committee with updated costs specific to Terrace Lodge rebuild project. To date, we have paid $25.4 million on the Terrace Lodge rebuild, budgeted at $35.6 million, leaving approximately $10.2 million left to spend for phase 2 and 3 of the project. The project is approximately 71.44% complete as per the August 31, 2023 invoicing. Staff have recently identified that there were differing versions of the amounts available to us within the contingency fund. After collaboration with D Grant and our project managers, the contingency budget has been confirmed to have started with a budget amount of $1.5 million and contains a current list of 181 change orders that have been signed off, totaling $1.26 million. This leaves approximately $276,000 still available in the uncommitted contingency envelope. Approximately 56% of the committed change order items are completed. With phase 2 and 3 still incomplete, staff reviewed options with the contractor to ensure that contingencies are contained within the budgeted envelope. D Grant identified 2 budgeted allowances that are within their original scope of contract that they will not be accessing. Albion can move these budgets over to the contingency fund envelope via the change order process. The value of these allowances is $533,000, which could increase funds available within the contingency budget as needed for phase 2 and phase 3. The recommendation is to receive and file this report. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Well, thank you for that report, Jen. Does anyone have any questions for staff? Just the obvious question then, I guess, for anyone viewing this morning. Moving up contingency funds over to contingency, it's still well within the budget. So like
That is correct.
okay.
Do you have?
Okay, I assume the report has been well received. Understood as well.
Be it resolved that the report titled Terrace Lodge Development Construction Costs Update dated October 2nd, 2023 from the Director of Financial Services Treasurer received and filed.
I have a mover and seconder for that. Councillor Curtis will move. Councillor Widner will second. All in favor? That's carried. Brings us to 6.2, the Manager of Corporate Facilities and Director of Homes and Senior Services, Terrace Lodge Redevelopment 2023 Project Update, Wall Partition Change Order. Who's taking the lead on that? Michelle, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Warren, members of the steering committee. So this report, the purpose of this report is to provide the committee with an update on the status of the Terrace Lodge project and the progress achieved in 2023. As you're aware, May 29th was officially the phase 1 move-in day for 60 residents, and support was received from our volunteers, the resident family members, Terrace Lodge staff, and staff across the entire county. And so, additionally, Terrace Lodge welcome Minister Landra and Mr. Warden and members of County Council to turn the initiative on July 4th and formally announce the opening of phase 1. Construction activities for phase 2 of our project are progressing well and within project timelines. Phase 2, just a reminder, includes the renovation of the north wing, first and second floor, the main kitchen and staff areas within the basement. And we're anticipating phase 2 project completion or phase 2 portion of the project completion of March 2024. A reminder for the committee prior to the phase 1 and the elevation change for the building and the addition, which is the building. So a slope was built to accommodate the change in elevation. The slope does meet the Ontario building code, but it did result in an operational impact for staff and residents in their daily routines. The grade of the slope is being changed to a 1 to 80 to support overall safety and transitions and to improve operations. The north wing slope operation is scheduled for this week, and the south wing will be also during phase 3 of the project. Since occupancy, it's been noted there are excessive amounts of humidity throughout the building, which can impact the overall temperature of the building. The county continues to work closely with D-Grant, on county's contractor for the project, along with Smith and Anderson, the engineering, to find a solution. To date, we have not found an adequate solution. So that work does continue. As phase 2 continues, it was found that architectural drawings provided by Emergency Architecture called for the interior wall partitions to only extend to 24 millimeters. Although this, to meet the requirements of the OBC, the wall partitions must create a fire separation between the resident springs. So to meet this requirement, drywall walls must be extended to the other side of the slope roof. D-Grant has provided a change order in the amount of just over $67,000 for both phase 2 on the north side and phase 3 the south side. Staff recommend that the Terrace Lodge redevelopment contingency allowance budget be utilized to complete this work. Also, as part of phase 2, the occupancy planning, the development of an occupancy plan is being developed to submit to the Ministry of Long-Term Care. They continue to work closely with the Ministry of Long-Term Care and construction management team. We're having regular meetings and inspection, frequent communications occurring. So there's 2 recommendations this morning for this committee. First, the report we received and filed, and second, the change order, the extension of the wall partitions for the other side of the roof in the amount of $67,749.89 plus unrebated HST be allocated from the Terrace Lodge contingency allowance budget. And Mr. Dirksen and I have, is there any questions?
Thank you, Michelle, for that report. Does anyone have any questions? Council Whitman.
Yes, thank you. We're just a question about this humidity control in the building. In the interim, are they able to control it to an acceptable level till they come up with a fix?
Due to the weather conditions, the humidity has dropped a little bit and the heating is on in the home. So they're able to maintain the humidity. The big part of the issue is when it's warmer outside and we're not calling for the heating or cooling, but as of right now, we're calling for the heating. So in the interim, it's okay. The big portion is next year when we have the high humidity areas, it's going to come back. We're proposing 2 different solutions on the system. One for the boiler system that would feed the vertical fan coils, and secondly, the other one for the air handling units that feed the service boilers.
Very frustrating situation. Yeah, all the building units in the
We feel the same way. We've expressed our concerns in the site meetings, and we've documented in all the site meeting minutes.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? Yes, Councilor Elwood.
You are responsible for this. I think we're paying for it and for the state.
As of right now, it's up in the air. We'll probably go through legal.
Anything additional? I'm not sure who to direct this one to. It's kind of curious that at the extension of the fire separation, the other side of the roof wasn't caught in the additional estimates for redevelopment. I just find that really curious. I mean, you would think that architects and or contractors would understand that this is the building code. So why was this something that was caught early? Not saying this shouldn't be done, it should be done. Why? Another point of perversion. Not looking for concern. Anything additional on that report? Okay, now, please.
Be it resolved that the report titled Terrace Lodge Redevelopment 2023 Project Update Wall Partition Change Order dated September 29th, 2023, from the Manager of Corporate Facilities and the Director of Homes and Senior Services be received and filed. And that the change order for the extension of wall partitions to the underside of the roof in the amount of $67,749.89 plus unrebated HST be allocated from the Terrace Lodge contingency allowance budget.
We have a mover and second. Councilor Crockett will move, Councilor Noble will second. All questions, all in favor? That is carried. Thank you. Which brings us down to section 11, date of the next meeting. It will be at the call of chair. So section 12, the adjournment motion, unless there's anything else that anyone wants to make forward.
Be it resolved that we do now adjourn at 8:13 a.m. to meet again at the call of the chair.
We have a mover and second here, please. Councilor Noble will move, Councilor Crockett will second. All in favor? That is carried. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. This is adjourned.